What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video, and today we are back with the mock drafts. It has been a couple weeks since we've actually done a 5-round mock draft. Now, obviously, you guys are new. We're splitting this up into 5 days, so obviously, I don't really care too much about the views on the other ones. I just want to give you guys some good-ass content, all right? So I want you guys to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. Let's help out the algorithm a little bit. Let's have this channel grow. Let's have some fun, because the goal is 3K by draft day. That's how you remember 3K by draft day. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy this. You know, you guys already know what's up. This is gonna be a fun one. We're gonna be doing trades again. Again, if you guys are new, I have not thought out any of this. I want you guys to see real, raw, in person, real time reactions, not this stupid shit that people do where they read off a script. That's not what you're here for. It's not what I'm here for. You guys want that? You can go like look at Daniel Jeremiah's mock drafts online, because y'all can see what somebody who actually doesn't think out loud actually picks. All right, so let's kick into it. Let's have some fun. Starting off with the number 1 pick. Do we even need to talk about this? Like, come on now. Trevor Lawrence, blue chip prospect. Just he is the jack of all trades. People are starting to get a little bit lower on him because they're just tired of being so in love with him. So it's not really a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Trevor Lawrence is an amazing prospect. We can't deny that. I'm going to be watching every single throw and run he makes. There is actually a channel on YouTube that I recommend you guys to look at where they have a couple guys. Usually it's been only quarterbacks so far. It's like Mac Wilson and Zach Wilson. Not Mac Wilson. Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, and Trevor Lawrence, along with other guys as well. Just look it up, every single throw and pass, and just enjoy. Just enjoy, because I'm telling you, I just watched Zach Wilson, and holy shit. Holy shit, it's wonderful. Again, we're not going to be doing any player trades in this because this is like a controversial Deshaun Watson trade. I don't think he's going to the Jets personally. Jamie Roots, the president of the Texans, if you guys haven't watched that already, I did a full interview with him, and he's pretty adamant that he's not going anywhere. Now, he obviously dances around the question a little bit, but, you know, what is he going to do? You know, he's not going to tell me their exact damn strategy, or else, you know, you don't tell everybody your cards. But he gave a little bit of a hint into there that they want to keep him, and they're not really in the mood to trade him. Obviously, there is a price. Don't think the Jets are going to be paying it. Now, Jets, when we're here, Joe Douglas is an amazing GM. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Joe Douglas is an amazing GM, and he likes to trade down. For me, what I would do, because we're going to be doing a what I would do mock very soon, I would go Penei Sewell here, 10 out of 10. Use Sam Darnold up one more year and just be able to say, you know what? We are going to kick some ass with Sam, or else he's going to suck, and we have the best tackle duo in the NFL. I would love this so much. But looking at the Jets, looking at Joe Douglas, they're wanting to give Sam Darnold one more year, and they just drafted a tackle at what, 11 with Mekhi Becton, and that's been a damn good pick. So obviously, I'm 100% down to get Penei Sewell here. Don't think it's going to happen, because there are some teams that are pretty much a quarterback and a couple pieces away from being able to be Super Bowl challenging. One of those teams being Carolina. I don't like the idea of trading up with Carolina, because I do have like the general notion that they do kind of need to be able to, you know, like build around a prospect. But hey, you got Teddy under contract for another year. I've seen that they've traded a 1-2 and a 1, so I'm going to try to see if I can get a 1-3 and a 1 in here. And that's not going to happen. We are going to offer a 1-2-1 right here for their first round pick. And honestly, it's not that bad of a pick selection here, if we're going to be 100% honest, because you're moving up 6 spots in this draft. Losing a 1-2-1 is not bad. You know, you have some big issues like linebacker and stuff, and you know that's not going to be solved unless you're in the second round. So that's something that gets me a little bit off my rocker. To be honest, I'm pulling out of this trade, and we are going to be offering potentially, we're going to do that, 2 1s and 2 3s. So I think that it's going to be actually technically more value. But given the fact that linebacker is such a huge need for the Panthers, I think we 100% have to keep this 40th overall pick, because there ain't no good linebackers after the second round. I'm going to be honest. I've looked at them all. It's like I'm 100% solidified that this linebacker class, if you aren't drafting one in the second round or the first, you're kind of missing out. So we're going to see if this goes through. Hopefully it does. Jets, don't be a pain in my ass. Wonderful. So we are going to be selecting Zach Wilson with this pick. So I am a huge Zach Wilson guy. I love Zach Wilson 100%. He is amazing. He's wonderful. I've been criticizing people of trading up with the Panthers because they do need to get some more pieces on that team, like offensive linemen, linebackers. Again, there is free agency for that. There also is later rounds in the draft for that.
So we're gonna see what happens because I don't know who's gonna be there in the second round. But we're gonna see what happens. I think this is gonna be a great pick. If you give up 2 1s, 2 3s, the Jets, that's gonna be extra capital to be able to get wide receivers. You're gonna be able to get linemen. You're gonna be able to get a lot of things that your team needs to be completely rebuilt. So honestly, you're taking a loss on Zach Wilson here, but you could be potentially getting Sam Howell if the Panthers kind of suck again next year. So you get probably 2 top picks if Sam Darnold and the Panthers suck. That's going to be wonderful. You're going to be able to flip your franchise in a second. Now, this is going to piss off you Dolphins fans. Some of you know. Some of you are going to love this pick. But the entire offensive line had below 60 PFF grade last year. Tua Tagovailoa, as much as I would love to give him Zach Wilson and say, you know what, this is another Josh Rosen situation. He's not. He's shown some really good talent. He's shown some really good flashes. But I mean, the dude had Alex Leatherwood, Deontay Brown. He had, I think he might have been there when Jonah Williams was there. He's had some amazing offensive linemen, and obviously not to mention Jedrick Wills. So he's had some amazing offensive linemen, and he goes to the Dolphins where that's their biggest weak point. Not wide receiver. That's something that we can get later in the draft. I mean, I wish Chris Olave were there, but we could be targeting any of these dudes in the second, if not the first round, right? Even like I hate the fact that Tutu Owls here. Dwayne Eskridge, I love this guy. We might be drafting him. I'm not gonna lie, but you can't get better than a franchise tackle here. This is a 15 to 20 year type of guy. You're not gonna get that with as much as I love Jamar Chase. That's a shot in the dark if he actually comes back and plays the way he plays. Devontae Smith, that's a shot in the dark whether he actually survives the NFL. Jalen Waddle, amazing prospect. I love him, but he's not number 3 overall worthy. That's just my opinion. Penny Sewell is worth the number 1 pick in the draft, and you're getting him at 3. It's wonderful. You're going to be able to get him. You're probably going to be able to get a guy who is falling quite a bit, possibly at 18. We don't know. Of course, we don't know. But again, we're going to speed this up a little bit. I think we just really needed to dive into these two right here. I think this is an amazing 3 picks right here. And Falcons, another amazing pick. I'm gonna give some credit to my guy Mason Thompson. He knows how to do some good drafting stuff. He has some stupid ass picks, I'm not gonna lie, but he built his draft very similar to this, especially in the top 4. And with a team that wants to move on from Matt Ryan, who's an amazing competitor, great guy, he's gonna be a great mentor to Justin Fields, who needs a mentor. He needs someone who can be safe with the ball, who probably doesn't have the arm talent that he does, so that he can actually learn what it's like to not just use your arm as reckless abandon. So Justin Fields is going to have a great mindset, and he's going to have a great physical attributes coming into the NFL. I'm not fine with 4 quarterbacks in the top 4. I'm fine with 3. That's the max. That's the max right here. I think these guys are all franchise potential guys. Justin Fields here, this is his best shot. Really his best shot. Bengals, I would love to trade out of this spot, and we could probably get Darsaw down at like 10. We cannot give up on Jamar Chase. I know the Eagles would love this. The Eagles would love to trade out, maybe a team get like Kyle Pitts or something. Jamar Chase is going to be the pick here. We gotta dude, you're reuniting Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase. I was thinking Justin Jefferson. It's gonna be a really, really good match. And again, there are guys like Trey Smith, who I love, who's gonna be there in the second round because of health issues. There's gonna be a lot of guys falling, and if you can get that in the second round, that's gonna be so much more valuable. And if you get Jamar Chase and he turns out to be better than Odell Beckham Jr., better than Justin Jefferson, that's going to be dividends in the long run. Now, Eagles, I would love to give you Devontae Smith. You guys do have Travis Fulgham for another year. Did not know that. I swear to God, I saw that he was off this. He was cut away this year. But Devontae Smith would be a pretty good option. However, there's 2 wide receivers here who are marquee players. When we're looking at it, the Eagles, we do need to get some offensive weapons, but there's some really good guys down the board. And that just might be me as a scout. I do a lot of scouting reports, some in-depth one, watch every single snap that they do. I love some guys down the line. Nico Collins could be a fun Alshon Jeffrey replacement. You can look at Dwayne Eskridge as I comped him to actually Steve Smith Sr. I love some of these guys. Tylan Wallace. These guys are going to offer a lot more value than Devontae in the 1. So looking at it, I want to be able to get a corner. So if we're going to be looking at all of this, we're going to be potentially missing out 2 corners here and here. So are either of these teams willing to now move up to select a wide receiver? And when I'm looking at it, I don't know if I could see it, guys. I don't know if I can see it. I can't move past 10, and I'm not going to move to 9 for them to move up and be able to select Patrick Surtain or Caleb Farley. So will the Lions move up 1 spot to be able to get Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle? I don't think so. I think we're going to have to take a cornerback here, guys. And it's down to Surtain or Caleb Farley. And if we're thinking about it, Surtain doesn't have that athleticism, right? He's not going to be the 4-4, 4-3 type of guy. Caleb Farley is. Caleb Farley is going to be a 4-3 type of guy. He is the highest ceiling in this draft class. I am more confident in Surtain's ability, but I love Farley's ceiling way more. With the Eagles, they're already semi at rock bottom, right? And that means that there's only going up from here. Their cornerbacks have already been a liability. I think Caleb Farley's the right choice. I think that if when you look at it, the pure athleticism, he allowed like a 26 passer rating in his coverage. When you look at it, he played in the ACC. Obviously not the best division in the world, but looking at how he played, allowing 26 passer rating, you get a much better one from throwing it in the damn dirt. He showed everything you need. The only thing that's his problem is his injuries. And you know what? The Eagles, they have enough injuries. They'll bring a healthy guy in, they'll get injured. Doesn't matter. So Caleb Farley, I think he's going to be potentially the next Darius Slay. That's all I'm saying. Amazing press corner. He's going to be able to play on his own on the outside. He's not going to get beat. I think he's an amazing prospect. Good ball skills as well. Next pick. You guys are not going to like that. I know that. I know that for a fact. But I'm going to let you know that I want to do picks because I think they're right. And I think it's realistic given the fact that we know that two guys are going to be gone right here. But looking at the Lions right now, we got to go either Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle. And I think with Jared Goff coming back and having more first-round picks, I think that might be able to caress Kenny Golladay into potentially coming back. If not, Allen Robinson. If not, we can get a bigger wide receiver later. I think this is where you can get a super weapon in Devontae Smith. I love Devontae Smith at this spot. Now, Jets. I think that this is where Jalen Waddle goes. Jalen Waddle is an extreme stud. These guys are like 2A, 2B for me. I love both of these guys. They're really good. Jalen Waddle, I mean, he torches, dude. He has like 4.29 speed, 4.28 speed. Devontae Smith, maybe a little bit less speed, but he's probably still in the low 4.4s. I think Jalen Waddle is going to be a super weapon on the squad. He's going to be able to replace Jameson Crowder, and he's going to be able to play at a super high level. I love it. If we can get an offensive tackle or something later in the draft, that's going to be wonderful. So let's get Jalen Waddle here, and let's just enjoy. Let's have Sam Darnold enjoy having some really good weapons. Denzel Mims, Jalen Waddle, really good 1-2 punch. Now, Broncos, you guys already know where I'm going with this. We need a cornerback like no one's business. Patrick Surtain is here, and I love that pick so much. And people who are drafting tackle to the damn Cowboys, you guys already know. You guys already know how pissed I get with that. Right here, if you guys wanted to know another pick I would have taken, is Micah Parsons. But I think Vic Fangio is not going to like it. He's not going to like that personality issue. He's going to be like, dude, like I had Roquan Smith, who was a high character guy. I've had some really, really good high character guys like Von Miller in my locker room. Getting a guy like Micah Parsons, who's amazing value, but is apparently, in quotations, a cancer to the locker room, that's really going to hurt. We saw how Laramie Tunsil, yes, Laramie Tunsil fell so far because of a weed mask issue, right? Just one video dropped him from like what? Probably pick 2 to like pick 10 or something like that. Something crazy. He had a huge value drop. And Micah Parsons could be at pick 3. But realistically, he probably shouldn't get past pick 8. Then he's going to, like, that's going to drop him quite a bit. So I don't think that he's going to go at this spot, or maybe he might go the next spot. I don't know yet. But at this spot, we might have to go corner because the Niners, they're lurking. They're lurking for a corner. And unless, I mean, you got the Cardinals lurking for a corner as well. I think we have no choice but to go after J.C. Horn, who I love. He's a great man corner. I mean, I haven't done too much in-depth scouting on him, but I know I've watched all the tape, and he looks really good. I haven't stared at him every single play like I normally do, but he looks really talented, and he's a very solid corner. People have a lot of respect for him. Son of Joe Horn, good bloodline. And you guys have known I've done this type of pick for a while. I love this pick. It is deserving because past, I believe, Eric Stokes, and then you could talk about Tyson Campbell and Ifatu Melifonwu. I'm not huge on Ifatu. There really isn't that much of value at corner. Elijah Molden's pretty solid. Keith Taylor, okay. But apart from that, I just can't see too many guys being that big of a standout. So that's why I'm a little bit iffy. But of course, we know that Micah Parsons is here. The only problem is I'm a little bit worried about DeAndre Baker scaring the shit out of the franchise. Obviously he had his criminal issue, and that kind of led him to being cut from the team. A first-round player, like a year or 2 later, being cut from the team. That's a huge issue. So Micah Parsons, he doesn't have criminal offenses, though. That's what I got to get at. He doesn't have criminal offenses. And unfortunately, as much as I would love to give him to the Dolphins, I love Micah Parsons too much to let him get past this point. I love him too much.
He's going to work as an amazing pass rusher as well as linebacker, great in coverage. Speaking of great in coverage, I love Zayvon Collins. Apart from what's in here, he has amazing play. So Micah Parsons has to go here to the Giants. I mean, we're seeing in the division, you had guys like I'm bugging on oh my goodness, I'm bugging on the guy who's now in Arizona. I believe his name's Hicks, Jordan Hicks. He was amazing, right? You have guys like Leighton Vander Esch, Jordan. Why am I bugging on people's names today? But obviously, you have a lot of good guys in the division. Jalen Smith was the name I was thinking of. You need to have one of your own. You have already Alex Martinez, right? Blake Martinez. Alex Martinez is the LA Kings hockey player. Whoa, it's a rough day. It's college, guys. But Micah Parsons is going to be able to add a 1-2 punch there. Better in coverage. He's going to be able to learn how to play the run game even better. I love Micah Parsons. I don't think he can fall past this point. We saw Reuben Foster, who's probably a top 15 pick, drop. I think the best way to evaluate this is, hey, what would he normally be in the draft if he didn't really have that many personality issues? Double that pick. That's where he should go. I think he should go by 8 or by maybe even 7. So probably like that 14 range is probably as far as he'll drop. That's all I'm going to say. Niners, you guys got to get corner, but unfortunately they're not there. So either we are going to be trading back because there's Trey Lance on the board, Mac Jones on the board. Jamie Newman deserves to be down in like the 18th round. But you guys have seen me do this before. And I love this pick. You guys hate it. Some of you like it though. I have Rashawn Slater going, and 49ers fans, please listen to this, as a guard. He's amazing. He's an amazing talent. He is 6'3". It's not 6'4". He's 6'3", shorter arms and everything. He probably fits better as a guard in the first place, similar to a Connor Williams coming out. He is going to be able to fit in at that guard spot. And worst case scenario, if you do have to get away with losing Trent Williams, he can play left tackle too. He's an amazing prospect, perfectly versatile, and he can even play center for you guys. I love Rashawn Slater on this team. I know you guys don't, but I love it. It's such a good fit. Plus, if you keep Jimmy G, if you get a new quarterback, Matt Ryan, I'm forgetting there's also like talks of Kirk Cousins. Have you seen Kirk Cousins without a line? The poor guy is like running for his damn life. Get him a good offensive line. Rashawn Slater is an amazing player. He could go number 5, but we're not going to let that happen. All right. Rashawn Slater is an amazing talent. I think that he needs to go here. This is an easy pick for me. Samuel Cosmi being above Christian Darsaw, even though I love Cosmi, I think that's sacrilegious. That's blasphemous. Christian Darsaw is amazing. We got to get that left tackle filled up. You guys are saying that you guys are going to get left tackle in free agency. That could happen potentially, but I 100% support the idea of getting Christian Darsaw here, even though I would love a Kyle Pitts pick here. I love me some Kyle Pitts. Love it to death. So obviously not too many trades up in here because there's such good value. Now, there is Kyle Pitts on the board. And if we're looking at the Vikings, I'd be looking at edge, right? You still can get Kwity Paye, Joseph Asai, Gregory Rousseau. You can get all of these dudes down the line. I think that with the fact that the Patriots are right here, there are teams that are going to be trying to get Kyle Pitts. And I'm looking for like what the Patriots could even be doing. They might be trying to trade back, right? I'm thinking that they might even be going after Trey Lance, for Christ's sakes. We are going to be trading back with the Vikings. And the Vikings, they're going to be trading back quite a bit. So they're going to be getting some good draft compensation because if you guys are losing Kirk Cousins, if you guys want to run the ball, the guards are not going to be taken this highly. They're not. Rashawn Slater is going to be probably the best guard in the class. ABT is amazing as well. I think this is going to be, we might even trade back up with them. But I did this in my last draft. The Jags are wanting to trade up for Kyle Pitts. They need a tight end like no one's business. And he is different than a tight end. He is a monster, okay? So we are going to be offering a 3rd round pick in return to move up all these spots, right? You guys might say like, oh, why? We have all these 4th round picks, dude. We already have 2 3rd rounds. You guys are going to be able to use that as draft capital to move up, okay? That is going to be amazing. You guys are getting great value. It says very likely. This is a mathematical model, okay? We're going to be sending this trade through. This is potentially losing a safety, of course, for the Jaguars. But the Jaguars are going to be able to select Kyle Pitts because we know that the Patriots would love Kyle Pitts. Not going to happen. Now, the Patriots, you're saying there, it's like, well, what do we do? Because either we're going to take Trey Lance at the spot, likely, or we're going to trade back and we're going to be able to pick up a guy like Rashad Bateman. We're going to be able to pick up guys like Pat Freiermuth in the 2nd, or we're going to be able to pick up Mac Jones later in the 1st.
I don't like any of that. Honestly, I'm not high on Trey Lance whatsoever, but I do know who's been pretty damn good at developing quarterbacks besides a fourth rounder from Auburn, guys. Jeez. Trey Lance is probably going to be able to have his best shot in New England. This is a super high end pick. Like, this is the Patriots, they already didn't make the damn playoffs, right? If they get Trey Lance in there, so what? If they miss the playoffs again, they have an even better pick. You know, they're going to have a lot of guys returning, a lot of veterans, a lot of guys, they're going to resign their line. They're going to have guys like Harris there as well, who's really talented at running the ball. This is the perfect situation for Trey Lance, maybe besides Ron Rivera. That's all I can say. Trey Lance, this is because teams are going to be scared shitless. Talk to the 49ers head scout. You guys could watch that video as well. He said teams are going to be scared of taking Trey because he's barely thrown over 100 passes. This is a team where they can sit, they can wait, because to be honest, like, they aren't that great in a division that is evolving. Trey Lance could evolve the division again. He's very similar to Josh Allen, of course, much worse in my opinion, but he could develop into something better than Josh Allen. He has a lot of talent, great arm talent. He needs to improve his accuracy, but that might happen when he throws more, right? He has great legs, and he has a great personality, I've heard. So honestly, I like this pick. Bill Belichick type of guy, and they don't even have to reach. They don't have to reach. This is a spot. If you get a quarterback, I think that he's probably worth around a mid second. If you take him mid first, that's fine with me. Especially if it's Bill Belichick. Like, I'm gonna trust him. This might be the new heir apparent. They got Jimmy G. They got Jacoby Brissett. Now they're gonna try Trey Lance. Plus, McDaniels has had a full year to develop a more run-heavy scheme, and they have a team that's pretty well built for it as long as they bring back the linemen. Cards. We're looking at either edge or we're looking at corner for you guys, right? And I'm 100% down to nab either of these guys at this spot. However, if I'm going to look at the guys who are drafting, I can't see a team taking a corner at all. And there's some high-end edge players here. There's some high-end tackles here as well. Now, of course, Carson Wentz might be he might be traded today. This is going to really screw up my draft. But we're going to have to redraft tomorrow, of course, if that happens. But looking at it, there's some really good tackles that are still on the board. Really good linebackers still on the board. Really good edges still on the board. And there's a team right here that's wanting to nab an edge. The Titans are moving up, guys. The Titans, because you guys already know, they're pretty much in win now mode. They're going to say, screw it. We're going to be moving up with the Cardinals because what? Are any team going to take a corner? No, this team will. So the Cardinals are moving back, of course, to select a cornerback later with their picks, of course. So we're going to see if like maybe a third is able to select it, because obviously this is a later third than I believe the one that we did. Yeah, we gave like pretty much an early second. I mean, like a late second in order to move up. This is going to be a late third. We're going to send this trade through a first and a third because that is going to be able to, we already see we have a little amount of picks as it is. We're going to be able to build the line a bit more then. So this is going to be the pick for Joseph Asai. I love Joseph Asai or Azeez Ojulari here. Both are really young, really talented guys. Joseph Asai has just popped off a little bit more on tape than me, and he's a little bit more polished. And I love him to death. He would have been the next pick. I'm going to tell you right now, he would have been the next pick. So this leaves Kwity Paye still on the board. And you're just like, damn, okay. So Kwity Paye still being on the board, that's wonderful, right? Just looking at it, it's like, wow, that's a really good pick. And we're going to take it. Honestly, we're going to take it. I like Kwity Paye. He came into the season adding some more pass rush moves. That's wonderful. That's honestly wonderful to me. Get Kwity Paye here, and you're really not missing out. I think that, honestly, Joseph Asai probably would fit the Titans even better than the Raiders. But, hey, getting Kwity Paye in there, he's going to be more of a surefire prospect. And, hey, your pass rush can't get worse. So, Dolphins, looking at it, I mean, you guys, I mean, I know that people are wanting to get a wide receiver here so badly. Y'all want it so badly. We got to get a linebacker here, man. And it's JOK or Zaven Collins. JOK to me is a slot corner / linebacker. Zaven Collins to me is different. I honestly think that if he gets his head right in the game and Flores is going to be the best guy for that, he's worth a top 10 pick. He's amazing. If you guys watch his coverage, there's nobody I've ever seen who has that type of coverage in college. Zaven Collins is going to be the pick here. I've loved this pick ever since I've been doing this pick for a while. I love it so much. It is an amazing pick. It's so fun to watch. Now, Washington, you're sitting here, you're like, damn, we need a second weapon. We need a quarterback. We should probably trade back because, like, what pick is right here? Like, we don't want to – Rashad Bateman would be a good pick, but hell, we can get a guy like Rondale Moore in the second, or maybe in the late first. Kadarius Toney as well. This is a spot for a trade back, and a team that is probably antsy because there are some pass rushers that could be taken. Is the team that traded back already, the Vikings. So looking at it, there still is Azeez Ojulari, Jalen Phillips. I love how I said Azeez Ojulari when I had it here, and Gregory Rousseau. We are so trading up back with the Vikings. It's going to be an NFC trade, but that's perfectly fine. I love that they're stacked on top of each other too. But we're going to be able to move back up because Washington, we're not drafting the tackle here. These guys are going to be drafting tackles, corner, maybe a wide receiver here. So we're going to maybe lose out on Bateman, but that's okay. We don't need Bateman. There's different guys that we could be getting. And to be 100% fair, we're going to use maybe one or two of our fourth round picks to be able to move up. So obviously this seems a little bit sketchy to me. Oh yeah. So this is a late third, right? Obviously Washington's going to be a little bit more stingy. We're going to offer a next year fifth in return as well. We have so many damn picks, guys. Does it really matter? We're moving all this way up to be able to select a high end edge just to be able to, we can get some good talent here. Gregory Rousseau, Jalen Phillips, Azeez Ojulari. Looking at Jalen Phillips, he's had some big issues when it comes to saying like, oh shoot, I might quit football because of my concussions. That's going to drop him on my board a little bit. Azeez Ojulari, super young, but I don't think he fits a 4-3. Gregory Rousseau, with this team, with the Vikings, we already know Aaron Rodgers is going to be ruling the division for a while, unless he's gone. And the Bears, God only knows what the hell's going to happen. They might even get freaking Carson Wentz. Gregory Rousseau is going to be the guy. He's young. He's going to develop. This team has time to develop too. Dalvin Cook's going to be there for a couple more years. Gregory Rousseau is a guy that's like, what? You can't really get worse with your pass rush anyways. And dude, if he learns, his potential's through the roof. I love the potential of Gregory Rousseau. But if he's able to learn from a guy like Danielle Hunter, that is unbelievably amazing value. It's a great place for him. Location. I love Gregory Rousseau in the squad. Bears, as much as we need a quarterback, and you guys are probably going to trade for one today, God forbid, we need to get a tackle. Jalen Mayfield, to me, is the best tackle on the board. Your team is not ready for a Super Bowl because now you guys are losing AR-12 most likely. Not Aaron Rodgers 12. Of course, Allen Robinson 12. You guys have a chance to get potentially the best tackle in the draft. I don't know if he probably won't beat out Penei Sewell, but Jalen Mayfield has possibly the most talent. He's super raw, but dude, if he's able to develop, you have like Leno there. I'm not sure if you still have the other Bobby Massey either, but you have some really good veteran linemen there who can teach him and be able to grow him. And plus, he's a mauler. He's great. I love the potential for Jalen Mayfield, and he's going to be great on the Bears. Of course, this is probably going to be a horrible pick because the Bears either do amazing picks or horrible picks. Like they'll get a Cole Kmet, but they'll also get a Jalen Johnson. You just never know, man. Colts, speaking of, we could go after a quarterback for you guys. I think that's complete BS. I think Samuel Cosmi got to be the pick. Got to be the pick. We could have even traded up. I was thinking about trading up right to this spot just to get Samuel Cosmi. And that's because, dude, we could potentially be getting Carson Wentz as well. So this is the Wentz trade right here. We could potentially be getting Carson Wentz. And you guys need to fill up that Anthony Costanzo role. You have to. Your entire line is amazing. You cannot have a left tackle be a weakness. Samuel Cosmi did well in both the run and pass game. Your team is built for both. So this is a need. Both these teams, they got to go this route. I don't care who the hell the quarterback is on the board. If you don't have a line, you already saw what happened to Patrick Mahomes. You guys will actually understand why I love it so much. Now, cards. That franchise guy did this pick at number 16. I'm doing it now. Asante Samuel Jr. is an amazing man corner. I'm not ever going to give you Eric Stokes ever again because he's a zone corner. He's going to be an amazing man corner. He's going to fit super well with your scheme. If I were to get another guy, I would go Tyson Campbell. I just did a report on him, and if this guy gets a little bit less grabby, he could be the next great man corner. He has flashes of Jalen Ramsey. That's all I'm going to say. I comped him to Byron Jones, so I'm going to be a little bit more high on him. He might even go close to the end of this round, if not the beginning of the next. Just saying. But Asante Samuel Jr. is wonderful. Amazing player. I love Asante Samuel Jr. So there's no doubt in my mind that he should be going at this spot, if not earlier. So now, Jets, you're just like, okay, well, we already got our wide receiver. We got Jalen Waddle, which I might have just said, like, oh, we might be getting the Rashad Bateman sweepstakes here. So even better for Washington. So looking at it, we could be going Eric Stokes here. I'm not sure if they run a man or a zone coverage right now. Brian Poole, he's super talented, so we're not going to be getting any slot corners here like Elijah Molden. I love Elijah Molden. So honestly, right here, I can see a trade back. Not gonna lie, I can see a trade back. Jason Away might be a fun target to grab later in the draft. So looking at the guys who are available, you have Najee, you have ETN, you have JOK. Teams that need linebackers are going to want to move up. And one team that really needs one is the Browns. I'm going to be moving up with the Browns to with the Jets, which is interesting. Interconference again, but you know what? It's a 1 out of 2 chance for that. We're feeling what's going to be good. I honestly think that a 4th round pick should suffice here. I don't feel comfortable with giving that 5, so I'm going to do 7s, and then we're going to swap a 6 next year. That's all I'm going to do. I don't think that 1 and 5 is a good enough value to be able to trade down. I think it's worth a 1 and a 4. So honestly, I might even just, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna give the 1 and the 4, just to move up. Just because I believe that was the trade that happened with Miami trading down with the Packers or Colts, back in last year's draft. So I know that they do need edge help, they do need corner help, but JOK all the way. Gonna be able to play. He's going to be able to be able. He's going to be able to play slot corner for you guys. He's going to be able to play linebacker for you guys in certain packages. Gonna be able to play safety too. I've heard that all of those are potential needs. Let's get JOK off the board here. He's a really talented guy. We just don't know where he's going to fit. He could go as high as Vic Fangio's team at number 9. I'm just saying, it's a potential. Steelers, I mean, as much as I would love to say, hey, Ben, we need to get your successor, we got to get some line in here. Got to get some line in here. Leatherwood, he's shown out to be really poor in one-on-one drills at the Senior Bowl. That's going to drop him quite a bit. Looking at the rest of the guys, you got Eichenberg here. I love him. Love Eichenberg. You know, looking at him, like obviously both these guys are pretty damn old. They're not going to be the young. They're not going to be the spring chickens, right? Eichenberg hasn't let up a sack in 2 years. Tevin Jenkins hasn't either. Tevin Jenkins has played probably against better talent in the Big 12 with pass rush than Notre Dame has. Notre Dame's played some really good teams. I'm not gonna lie. I can't speak out of my ass on this one, but obviously you see like Joseph Asai, Ronnie Perkins, guys like Nick Benito as well. So I'm stuck between these 2 picks. Obviously, you guys might want Najee Harris here. I'm not down for it. I hate to say this to you, Steelers fans. I don't think the Steelers are going to be winning anytime soon. I love the Steelers. They're my team. Don't think they're going to be winning anytime soon. We got to be able to protect Ben Roethlisberger or whoever the hell is going to be there. Our cap is a little too sucky. So I'm down to Eichenberg and Tevin Jenkins. I love Tevin Jenkins. PFF loves him. He has a higher grade than I believe Eichenberg as well. Eichenberg's played on a better offensive line overall, which means he might be slightly a product of the system. I think he's the best guy on that line. So don't even get me wrong. I love Eichenberg. Looking at it, if you guys want to see what my rankings are right now, obviously this is not overall. Yeah, we already moved Leatherwood down a bit. So we are actually going to take Eichenberg. I honestly, I've re-talked myself into it. Really good in the run game, really good in the pass game. As much as I like Tevin Jenkins, re-talked myself into this. Let's go Eichenberg all the way. Going to be able to play that left tackle spot. Plus, it's a Notre Dame lineman. I love my Notre Dame linemen. They're great. We're going to draft a tackle here for the Washington football team. Yeah, right. We got to go with a weapon here. Dude, Rashad Bateman has fallen. How wonderful is that? Guys, we got our second weapon on the squad, and we're just going to be able to just be cooking with Crisco. It's been a while since I used that. That's wonderful. Get your second weapon, and you're all the way down here. That is a match made in heaven. I love that so much. Jets, we might even trade back again, but looking at it, dude, there's still Eric Stokes on the board. We could be going after an edge player here as well. We could be going after a Jalen Phillips or Azeez Ojulari. Pretty sure I'm not sure if you guys actually no, you do run a 3-4 because you guys have guys like Jordan Phillips on the outside. Dude, Azeez Ojulari would be a freaking amazing pick to you guys. I love Azeez. You know, I think that he's going to be a great. I think his name's Jordan Phillips. Don't get mad on me don't get mad at me for that one. But I know you guys have a couple of guys who are upward contract who are edge rushers this year, and they're 3-4 outside linebackers in my opinion. So I'm 100% down to get Azeez Ojulari the chance to be able to play for the Jets. I mean, hell, you're going to be able to get. Wait, who do we draft for you guys? We got Jalen Waddle and Azeez. Like you're going to be able to add. We already saw how good pass rush is, especially against shittier offensive linemen in the Super Bowl. So now Azeez, I love this guy. I think he deserves to go by pick 22. That's my honest opinion. But he's going to be gone here. He's super young, super raw. This team has time to develop. You're going to Robert Saleh. It's going to be wonderful. I think it's a great pick. So next, this next pick is very controversial, right? You know, we could go edge for them 100%. We could get Jason Away here. That's going to be a steal. Might try to do that second round, hint, hint. But they do want a larger weapon And Terrace Marshall Jr., 6'3". He's larger, he's fast, he's young. He seemed like a Raven to me. I'm just saying we could be going AVT here to help that interior of the offensive line because DJ Fluker's not as good as Marshall Yonda, obviously. But I think this team is they want to develop Lamar more as a passer because the more you stack the box, the easier it is to pass. And he doesn't have a reliable guy. Miles Boykin is not a reliable guy to chuck it up to. Terrace Marshall Jr. will be. I've heard he's more of a body catcher. I will have to do some more look at some more tape study on him, but he popped off to me. He looked really good, and I think he can develop into a very high-end wide receiver in the NFL. Now, Saints, Drew Brees, I believe, has retired. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows he's retired at this point. Could we go quarterback? Maybe. Heard that they're going to bring back Jameis Winston, though. So there is no real need for us to do that. But looking at the guys on the board, you still have Nick Bolton on the board. That's a huge one. We could be getting him to pair with Quan Alexander. But we could also go for a wide receiver too, Kadarius Toney. We could also go a cornerback in Tyson Campbell. There's a lot of different routes that we could go here. But to be honest, I think we have to boost that offense, man. We saw Michael Thomas get 0 receptions. I heard that there's trade rumors for him. You know, Kadarius Toney has shown out, man. He has some really good burst to him. He's really good after the catch. With a guy like Jameis Winston, you want a good check down target. Kadarius Toney is going to be fun. He's not going to have that long speed that people think. He might be in the high 4.4s, maybe the low 4.5s. But dude, he's going to have an amazing 3-cone. He's going to be wonderful. I think he's the perfect guy to be able to slot in here and play high-end ball. Packers, we got to get you guys either linebacker or corner, and you have the pick of the litter here. Tyson Campbell's up here, as well as Nick Bolton. And if we're going to be honest, I think Nick Bolton has to be the pick. He has to be the pick. You guys have to get some better linebacker play in there. I know you guys, I believe, have 2 rookies in there, but damn, dude, like unless you get a corner here with like maybe we get Ifeatu Melifonwu in the second round, but damn, you guys need to get some extra help on that defense. We saw what bad defense does. You have Aaron Rodgers lighting it up. We got to be able to get some help. And I know you guys got some big cap issues when it comes to having to lose 2 of your top corners potentially, but I'm telling you right now, getting Nick Bolton is a priority. He's going to be great in the run game. He has some pretty good pass instincts. I did a full report on him as well. I think he's worth an early second, even though he has some big blips on the radar. You can't get worse in Green Bay. You guys are feeling the loss of not having any good linebackers. And I'm telling you right now, you need to solve that by having a good guy who can command that defense. Nick Bolton will be that guy. Now, I love actually giving corners to the Bills. Eric Stokes is a perfect fit here. I'm not going to lie. I'm down to Eric Stokes or a lineman. And I possibly would trade back if Eric Stokes were not in this situation, right? But I think we can't let him go. Nick Bolton would probably been gone by this pick as well. Eric Stokes is a perfect zone corner. He's worth a first-round pick if he's in a zone scheme. He's amazing. Great instincts. I think that if he works with Tre'Davious White, dude, it's going to be a pick machine. This team needs a cornerback too, like no one's business. We need to rock Eric Stokes here. I love this pick so much. We're not having too many trades up in here, but that's okay. And unfortunately, not the last pick in the draft. Kansas City, you're getting a great pick here in Elijah Vera Tucker. I've heard from that franchise guy that Ben Cleveland is better than AVT. He loves AVT, but Ben Cleveland apparently is something that he's fallen in love with. So I got to look at him a little bit more, but AVT has to be the pick here. He can play tackle if you want him to, if he wants to replace Mitchell Schwartz eventually, but AVT needs to be here. I know you guys are bringing back linemen, but dude, I mean, you're bringing back some old ass dudes, guys who haven't even played for a year with Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. This is going to give you a cheaper option as well, especially with Mahomes having $500 million contract. You need to be able to get guys like this who will also be able to play tackle. It'll be a friendly deal for you guys as well, especially since tackles are now $20 million. So looking at it, Bucks, we have to either go edge here or else we got to go with more of an interior defensive lineman presence. Zero doubt in my mind. We cannot trade out of this spot. Jalen Phillips is 100% my pick, though. He's going to be able to replace Shaq Barrett very, very well. I love Jalen Phillips in this squad. He's going to be able to play lights out, and I'm telling you, it has to be one of those 2 positions. Any other position is ludicrous. You're losing $30 million worth of pass rushers, defensive linemen, and you need to replace it. Jalen Phillips has shown so much there at Miami. I love Jalen Phillips so much. So that is going to be the pick. Yes, no first-round running backs. You guys know this. I don't like first-round running backs in the first place. So let me know what you guys think. I thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.